Religious affiliation among U.S. adults. Christianity is collapsing from 90% in 1972 to 63% today. In rapid decline, religiously unaffiliated is gone up. Secular people is on the rise. That's the trend. Percent of the world's... Here, let's go to full screen. And webcam. Oh, wait, not webcam. 70AD. There we go. All right. Percent of world's Christians in each continent. The green, you may say, used to be 70% of the world's Christians were in Europe in the 1900s. The year 1900. 70% of the Christians of the world were in Europe, and that has absolutely collapsed down to less than 10% of the world is white people. Christians are white people. Meanwhile, Africa went from almost 0% 100 years ago to now half of the world's Christians live in Africa. And I'm told by supposed white Christians online that I'm dividing the white race, or I'm anti-white because I'm criticizing Christianity and saying it's fake and Jewish and a deception. Okay? I'm told by Judases and betrayers that, oh, Adam's plan, it'll take 1,000 years. It'll take 5,000 years to get Christians to not believe in Jesus anymore. We can't convince them Jesus is a myth and a Jewish myth. No, we have to play into the Christian anti-Semitism narrative. That's the best strategy. Meanwhile, Christianity is already collapsing and in decline, which shows that Christianity isn't the solution. Even if I'm going to have a debate with Andrew Wilson, he's going to say, oh, I grant your argument. Maybe it is fake, but we still need it. Nations will still need Christianity, and Europe needs Christianity if we want to survive and thrive. It's already failed. It's already dropped the ball while they were on the wheel. They already drove us off the cliff when they were in charge. If a religion is so unbelievable and so unappealing that people can't even sincerely believe in it and want to follow it, then it's never going to work. With the rise of the internet and education and literacy and information, it's only going to drop even faster. We've only had YouTube for like 20 years. Half of all Christians in the world are now in Africa. It's rising in Asia, and absolute decline. Why do we want to keep kicking the can down the road? Why do we want to try to salvage it and have a revival? What? Christianity is the reason that America is so Zionist to begin with. It's the number one Christian Zionist religion, and all of our politicians elected by Christian Zionists that are all cozied up to John Hagee. This graph says 1,000 words, speaks volumes. Imagine thinking that trying to save this situation. Here's some more. Genetics Matter says this. Church-going Trump voters have more favorable attitudes towards African Americans, Hispanics, and Asians. Church-going Trump reporters have more favorable attitudes towards blacks, Mexicans, and Asians, and Jews, by the way. They love the Jews more than anybody, these Trump Christians. The more often that they go to church, the more likely they are to love these other demographics. Church-going Trump voters are more concerned about racial equality than secular Trump voters are. People want to say I'm crazy for wanting to have a secular right wing that's not Bible thumpers, discrediting opposition, crying about Jews killing Jesus, discrediting us, claiming that they're all demons and worship the devil and all this indefensible, stupid stuff. Indomitably based for $69.42.
Yes! That's awesome!
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you!
Coming in the clutch.
All right.
Alrighty then.
I think you earned this name, Indomitably Based. Christianity was designed to fall those who would fall for it. Isaiah 63 proclaims the future second coming of Jesus will entail him murdering those gullible goys that give into and trust him. The Jesus described in the Bible is the Christ for the Jews and the Antichrist against the Goyim. Facts. Those are the facts. Indomitably Based. Appreciate you so much for the support. You've been a huge supporter. Indomitably Based. Incredible. Means the world to me. Churchgoers voters are more concerned about racial equality than secular Trump voters are. The more they go to church, the more pro-diversity, pro-racial equality they are. And I'm not, this doesn't mean I'm saying there shouldn't be equality or that I hate other people. That's not what I'm saying. The point is I'm showing what more Christianity does to disprove the detractors who are spinning reality. That's the point of going over these. That's the takeaway. Here's another good one. Being white is less important to the identities of white church-going Trump voters. How about that? One more time. Being white is less important to the identities of white church-going Trump voters, so they're colorblind. And we're all brothers in Christ. The more often they go to church, the less likely they think it's important. Their European identity is important. There you go. That's amazing. Look at this. Only 9% of weekly church attending every week Trump supporters say that white is extremely important to their identity. The more church, the more diversity, the more pro-immigration, the more pro-Jewish. Here's the last one. Church-going Trump voters have more favorable attitudes towards Jewish people. The more often they go to church, the more likely they love Jews. Oh, but this is the solution. We need more Christians in government. We need more Christianity, and then America won't be controlled by Israel. Like, imagine having that be your stance. People that never go to church, only 69%. 84% of Trump voters that go to church every week have a favorable attitude towards Jews. Good luck ever convincing all of those people to completely reverse all of their doctrines and start hating Jews for the dumbest, most illogical reason ever that never even happened. The one thing on the IHRA that is completely mythical. One more. Church-going Trump voters are more likely to say multicultural acceptance is core of American identity. The more likely you go to church, the higher it goes. 83% of Trump supporters that go to church every week say that multiculturalism is core of American identity. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. So all these Christians online, it's funny how all of the Christians and the arguments that they do try to bring all just completely are baseless and like the opposite of the truth. Christianity was the original DEI, huh? Helgen says Christianity arguably demoralized white people before there was even a word for that. Yeah, it's the original sin, the original guilt, and the original woke movement of multiculturalism, in universalism, and Jew worship, of course. Great job, Genetics Matter, here with these stats.